Good Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. This is the daily video forecast discussion for a soupy, hot, and humid Tuesday, the 17th of June, 2014. Morning regional surface chart this morning shows the mostly clear skies. There's a few clouds around the mid and upper level variety. Some of these are leftover clouds from rain that fell overnight in scattered areas. That's now off the coast. And it's a soupy air mass in place with a lot of haze, and dew points are uncomfortable already. They're approaching the mid and upper 60s, and the air temperatures are also in the mid to upper 60s right now, and they're already heading upwards into the 80s and possibly lower 90s around the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area during this afternoon with very hot, hazy, and humid conditions. Morning pass of the visible satellite this morning shows a cluster of clouds here off the mid-Atlantic coast states of the New Jersey area and south of Long Island, and these were the showers and thunderstorms that raced east across central coastal Monmouth and Ocean counties and then out south of Long Island into the coastal waters. And we have dry subsidence in place here with mostly clear skies, a few mid and upper level clouds as the jet streak moves over. And we basically have more clouds developing to our south, to our west and northwest. And this is a convective complex here, and that will be moving in our direction later tonight and tomorrow. Most of today should be dry. The atmosphere is pretty dry here. This is not dry. This is rising motion in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, and this is rapidly rising motion up towards the Great Lakes as we have a mesoscale convective complex riding over the top of our heat ridge here. And that's going to mean eventually that some of this convective debris is going to get into our back door. The models are showing this not happening during today or tonight, but it's possible late this afternoon or this evening, especially later tonight, that we could have another band of these move across as we did last night and then off the coast. And here is our convective complex right now across approaching the Great Lakes, riding over the top of our heat ridge in place, and this is where we're going to find some stormy weather during today. Google Earth streamline analysis. Here's our high pressure ridges here off the Carolina coast and off the mid-Atlantic coast states. A westerly to southwesterly flow developing right along the coast. We saw sea breeze front work its way all the way inland last night before showers and thunderstorms moved into the New Jersey area and then out over the coastal waters. A lot of areas to the north didn't see this, but some people did, and as a result probably were waken up by a little bit of a lightning activity as well. Now, we have a westerly flow today. That's a drying component in the atmosphere. We have more moisture approaching here with our deep low up and towards the Great Lakes. This convective band and convective complex will gradually make its way over the top of the ridge, and this is where the problems will begin. Yesterday in these thunderstorms, we had some hail damage, some wind damage too, in portions of Maryland, Ohio, Virginia, and parts of Pennsylvania had some big hail yesterday afternoon with these storms too. So this is not out of the question that any of these strong thunderstorms, especially during later tonight and tomorrow, and then again during tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, that's where the focus for very heavy showers and thunderstorms across the region. They could have hail, strong damaging downburst winds, large copious amounts of rain, and obviously vivid lightning. Storm Prediction Center has placed us for tomorrow in a slight risk all the way through the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area, northern Maryland, northern Virginia, most if not all of Pennsylvania, southwestern New York State, all the way back to Chicago in the Midwest. We had a twin tornado kill one person yesterday afternoon in Nebraska. These storms mean business, and tomorrow is going to be one of those days where showers and thunderstorms will populate the grids during the afternoon and evening, and these storms could be strong and damaging. This graphic here will give you a pretty good idea of just how much moisture is in the atmosphere. 1.7 inches of liquid equivalent here, back here towards Chicago and back towards the Great Lakes, almost 2 inches of liquid. Any of these showers and thunderstorms across this entire region will come down with heavy rainfall. Allergy sufferers will continue to suffer during today, tomorrow, and Thursday, a little less so on Friday and Saturday, but for the rest of us, it's grasses, dock, and plantain, and just about every other thing that's out there, probably mold as well. Basically all of New Jersey, the lower Hudson Valley, parts of Connecticut, Philadelphia, the turnpike there down to Maryland, and parts of Virginia, and also most of the northern mid-Atlantic region has an air quality alert for today. That's for sensitive groups, the general public not likely to be affected by the air quality range. However, people with lung diseases, older adults, and children are at greater risk from exposure to ozone, whereas persons with heart and lung disease, other adults and children are at greater risk from the presence of particles in the air, so do be mindful during today. And if you're planning on skipping out of work today and going to the beach, or you just have the day off and you're going to the beach, it's going to be mostly sunny. Temperatures will be in the lower 70s, and the beach winds will be out of the southwest at around 10. The swell is around 2 feet. Surf temperatures chilly at 67. UVI index today is high. That means very dangerous. You do want to put sunscreen protection on, otherwise, within 15 minutes, your skin could start burning. There is a low risk of rip currents today. However, strong currents can occur near piers and jetties. Never swim alone. Always swim with a flotation device. There is no threat of lightning during today. Tide information for Atlantic City. The next high tide at 11:45 this morning. Things looking good on the aviational deck this morning. VFR conditions expected through the period. There could be some fog during early morning hours, especially the normally sheltered locations, but basically a light southwesterly flow expected with speeds less than 10 knots. Wednesday and Wednesday night, mainly VFR. There is a chance of thunderstorms for Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night that could briefly reduce conditions to IFR. These thunderstorms could contain gusty winds, heavy rain, along with frequent cloud to ground lightning. Thursday, we return to VFR conditions. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms once again. Thursday night and Friday night, mainly VFR. Saturday, VFR, and a chance of showers and thunderstorms again. Just to let you know, the Philadelphia area has not had a 90-degree day so far this young season, and that could be the case today where we reach actually 90 degrees. The last time the first 90-degree temperature at Philadelphia occurred this late in the year was back in 2003, and that was on June 23rd. The average first day of 90-degree temperatures at Philadelphia is around May 29th, and so maybe today that's going to happen. We'll see. Newark, New Jersey right now, 74 degrees, dew point uncomfortable 64, humidity 71%. The wind is southwest at 7. Broken ceilings at 25,000 feet, scattered broken ceilings around the region during today, and basically VFR conditions. Right now outside of Philadelphia, it's a soupy already. 75 degrees, dew point uncomfortable. 67 degrees, humidity 76%, wind southwest at 7, scattered clouds at 20,000 and 30,000 feet with VFR conditions. Yesterday evening, I did a post on the sea breeze front, which Doppler radar picked up, and it made its way all the way into Philadelphia, just north of there, before it dissipated, and the showers and thunderstorms weakened as they came across central and southern New Jersey and then out over the coastal waters. Could be dealing with more of that onshore flow today, developing a sea breeze front with differential heating across the interior sections, cooling things off temporarily near the coast, but not so over interior sections. Morning weather chart from weatheroanoke.com, and digital atmosphere software shows our nearly stationary boundary here. The cold front well out to the west across the Midwest, associated with severe weather there. Severe weather ongoing right now across the Great Lakes, and basically just leftover differential troughs in the atmosphere across the region. And these will be a focal mechanism for any of the shower and thunderstorm activity coming over the top of the ridge, making its way into the area. Temperatures are already in the 70s. Dew points are in the upper 60s to lower 70s. It's just one of these days of typical summertime conditions. This summer is definitely taking shape in the form of stormy. We still have our high latitude blocking here across the higher reaches here from the poles down through central and southern Canada, and very active subtropical, very active polar jet as a result of our deep low here south of the Aleutian Islands. This continues to be a focal mechanism with warmer waters here south of the Aleutian Islands, pulling storm systems right over the top, underneath the ridge, and then here we have our heat ridge across the Midwest, the southeastern United States, and off the coast of the mid-Atlantic coast states and into the coastal waters are Bermuda High. And in this kind of configuration, we're finding disturbances in an active polar flow undercutting the blocking mechanisms here, because we have blocking here over the top, blocking here with our upper low south of Nova Scotia and Greenland here. This is causing a buckling in the jet stream, where we're having two differential jet streams kind of meet together here, our heat ridge across the south and our polar stream, meaning we're locked in with storms after storms during the weekend, possibly sometimes on the weekends as well. Outdoors today, you're going to need plenty of liquid, because you're going to need to stay hydrated. Even though it's hot and humid, temperatures in the lower 90s away from the water. Sea breeze front making its way into the coast, may not pass as far west as it did yesterday. Temperatures right along the coast in the late afternoon with the sea breeze in the upper 70s to lower 80s. That will be refreshing if you're at the beach during this afternoon. Also for the South Shore and the North Shore of Long Island. These sea breezes will then populate the area and then weaken during the late afternoon and evening hours once again. NamWRF composite reflectivity forecast going into the future. Lots of sunshine today, maybe a little bit of haze in the atmosphere, hot and humid, as we know. Here's our disturbance now coming over the top of the ridge. Some of this now could populate into the grids by Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday morning actually, very late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Some of the northern reaches may be clipped by this, and then the boundary kind of begins to kind of stall out across the region on Wednesday night and Thursday. And as that does so, we're going to find a cluster of showers and thunderstorms capable of heavy downpours, vivid lightning, strong downburst winds, and very heavy rainfall moving through the area during tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So we'll be monitoring where these are and as they populate to the coast and make it out towards Long Island. Anybody in that area could see it. Then the front kind of stalls out, hot and humid conditions, more clouds covered debris left over from the thunderstorms on Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning. Then we have a little bit more disturbances in the atmosphere, could find even more showers and thunderstorms across the region early on Thursday morning, and additional showers and thunderstorms are still on the way for Thursday night and Friday as well. GFS maps into motion, high pressure again fighting us with southwesterly winds and a hot and humid air mass in place, mid and upper level ridging right across the region. There's still lots of troughing here south of the Aleutian Islands, active polar jet stream here with more disturbances undercutting the ridge, a blocking here in Canada that we just showed you on the 8 to 10 day mean. And basically the heights begin to continue here, but we're still stuck with leftover debris. Showers and thunderstorms populating the grids once again as we get through Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Could find this area of high pressure trying to build in, but frontal boundary stalled out across the region, either to the north or south of the region, and disturbances moving along it. More showers and thunderstorms could be active during Wednesday afternoon and especially Wednesday night. Some of those showers and thunderstorms will be very heavy with vivid lightning. And we're looking for basically a stormy pattern to continue right into the weekend. It won't be raining all the time. Okay, it's not going to be raining in every location all the time, but the idea here is that disturbances will still be around as this boundary is still around either to our south or begins to lift back north again as a warm front early next week, and then that means more disturbances cutting through the flow. Now, where heavy showers and thunderstorms occur in one location, sinking air occurs in another. So just because the forecast calls for a 30 or 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, it does not mean that every location is going to receive them. We just have to keep a monitor of where these disturbances line up in the general flow as we go into early and mid part of next week. But we're looking at a stormy, unsettled pattern to continue. So for the very latest, follow us on GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, our live feeds, Twitter and Facebook, and everything provided for you in live coverage 24 hours a day. We'll be back with a video forecast discussion on Wednesday morning. Make it a great Tuesday. Do be careful out there. Do hydrate. And remember to watch and take care of your pets. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Have it a great Tuesday, everybody.